Hey guys, Laura, and I'm still out here at CRS. We're continuing to bring you a lot of coverage from these great artists, and I am here with Curtis Brawley. Curtis, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Did I get it right?
You got it right.
Okay. I wanted to make sure I didn't mess up on any names, so.
I'll go by whatever you call me.
Hey you. Hey Curtis. So we may figure out something else to call him before we end this up.
I'm sure you will.
So you have a new single coming out.
I sure do.
February 6th.
Yeah,
so that's tomorrow.
Drops tomorrow.
Tell us about it.
It's called Hate Me. It's the third single off my album, You Matter.
Okay.
And, the last couple of years when I've been out doing radio tours promoting my other singles, the program directors are always saying, when are you going to release that song, Hate Me? That's the one we really like. So the good news is it's here. So we finally get to get it on the airwaves.
Well, then you know what that means. For all the radio programmers, you have to add it now.
That's
because
right.
You asked for it, he did it, so now you have to add it.
Your fault.
That's right. But hey, I think we're all going to be thankful for it. And so give us a little background on you. You grew up listening with inspiration from Dolly and gospel and things like that, but your whole family kind of did, right?
Oh yeah, when I was little, I mean, we'd take road trips and the radio stations didn't go on anything but country music. So I grew up listening to Dolly Parton and Tanya Tucker and Kenny Rogers and then Randy Travis, and that's when I really fell in love with country music because it was such a storytelling environment, and most of those songs everybody could relate to at some point in their life. So I loved that about country music. And as I got a little older, I started watching Reba and Garth when they were out doing their tours, and just seeing them on stage bring a song to life. They did more than just get out and sing a song. They just made it come to life, and I always thought that was really cool. And I always looked up to them and said, that's what I want to do when I'm on a big stage, is really entertain a crowd and not just sing them the songs.
Right. But before you took on that, you did something else. Do you still have policing powers?
I don't.
Okay,
Sometimes I wish I did, though.
So now I'll just say this. He was a warrant detective.
A warrant detective, yeah.
So don't listen. I don't have any warrants at all.
For you.
So I just had to make sure he didn't have any policing powers. But you started as a traffic cop?
I did. I was a traffic officer for about 3 years and then got promoted into the warrant division, and that was a lot of fun, man. We just went out mostly at night and tracked people down who had warrants and brought them in, and I was the smallest guy on the force, so they always made fun of me, but I always got the job done.
Well, hey, that's all that matters. As soon as they think you can't do it, then you do it, then you earn that respect. But one thing I found unique about you talking about that was that you had mentioned that it gave you a new perspective on how to communicate with people and be able to spot when things aren't necessarily the truth or the way they're supposed to be.
Yeah, those are all important things to have in this industry. There's a lot of times where, just as a police officer, when things could get heated, if you could just kind of slow your roll, calm down, and talk rationally, things would kind of start going back calm again. And I found that really useful in this business, when things get really stressful or people aren't seeing eye to eye. If you just kind of calm down and talk calmly about it, you can progress in the direction you want to instead of getting all excited about it and not getting anything done.
Yeah, because music in and of itself is a communication device, and whether it's the lyrics that you relate to or the musicality of it, the instrumentation, any of it, it's all a communication to maybe one or two people out there that have gone through identically the same thing, or several people that can sing along with you because it makes them feel something.
Yeah.
And communication is definitely not a far stretch. Being a police officer to a singer, that's a little bit of a stretch how you'd want to leave one, but I think it's great, and it's a unique story to have to tell.
Yeah, if music didn't work out for me, that would definitely be something I'd want to go back to, because being a police officer was a rewarding thing, and that industry has gotten harder and harder, and they don't get sometimes the recognition that they deserve, but it was a cool job.
Well, cool. And so what do you have coming up? Speaking of, because you mentioned Tanya Tucker, you're touring with her, or are you?
Yeah, the last 2 summers I did direct support for her, and if you want to have a good time, go hang out with Tanya Tucker. She knows how to have a good time, and she's a good mentor too. She's been in this business a really long time, since a young age. Yeah. She has seen it all and done it all, and she knows what works and what doesn't work. And she's just been really fun to get out on the road with and see her fans too and connect with them, people who have been following her since she was 13, 14 years old.
Right.
It's been pretty neat and inspiring, really, to think that you could touch someone's life in that way, and 40 years from now they're still driving 2 or 3 hours to come see you play.
Right, and I think too, you know, when someone as trusted as Tanya is by her fans and things, when she has somebody else as direct support for her, they're going to entrust, okay, her decision. They're not going to immediately turn away and not listen to you.
Right.
If she supports you and trusts you and wants you there, her fans are going to eventually become your fans.
She sells it. 80% of the work's done just because she's kind of embraced you and allowed you to be there.
Right. So what a blessing for you to be able to do. And then the cruise with Curtis.
Cruise with Curtis. You know, I was sitting at home one day looking out the window and it was snowing and it was freezing outside, and I was like, man, I'm really sick of this cold weather. What can I do to make some money and be where it's much warmer? And I thought, I need to do a show on a cruise. So we reached out to Carnival Cruise Lines and made it happen. And April 7th, we're leaving out of Galveston, Texas for a 5-day cruise.
Okay.
And I'm going to put a concert on the boat. And we're just, all the fans and I are going to get together and just hang out, go swimming, hang out on the beach, grab some drinks at night, and just really get to know one another. It's something I've been trying to figure out a way, how can I better connect with fans? You know, aside from the standard meet and greets that we do at a show, when people are kind of rushed in and out and you don't really get time to connect with them. And this is a good way for us to connect with each other, because we're locked on a boat for 5 days.
Yeah, that or throw each other overboard. I mean, you're 5 days on a boat with people. But it is something, and that seems to be something that a lot of artists are going to, is a different way to connect. With social media and everything, while it's great, we tend to lose with the 2 or 3 second meet and greets. Fans have a lot to say to the artists that they love, and sometimes you pay all that money for an extra meet and greet or an extra couple seconds and you don't get to say what you want to say. So it's great when artists want to do something additional to get that feedback from their fans.
Yeah, the fans, they really want to be able to connect with the artists, aside from just seeing them post a video on social media or seeing them on the stage. To have the opportunity to really just sit down and visit with them and get to know them, fans absolutely love that. And we love that too, because we get to find out how they found out about us and how long have you been following us and what's the songs that you've liked the most. It's, you know, it's great for us to hear that too.
Right. Maybe you can walk away with a few more ideas on songwriting from
sure.
some
Actually,
of them.
we're going to do a Midnight Under the Stars songwriting session on the boat.
Oh, okay.
Where we're going to let all the fans come and we're just all going to chat and see what comes about and write a song that night.
Well, that'll be pretty cool to see what comes out of that. Yeah. So where can people find you? What social medias, websites?
I'm on all the social media platforms, but the easiest thing to do is go to my website.
Okay.
It's curtisbrawley.com, and that's Bray, and there's links to all of my social media there, and I love getting on social media and chatting with people, so come say hello. Okay,
well, thanks so much, Curtis, for taking the time with us today. Y'all make sure you check him out. The new single drops tomorrow. Get the album. Go to iTunes and Spotify and Google and Amazon. You can find them all there. Thanks so much, and make sure you go check him out.
Thank you.
Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in to our interview here at CRS 2018. Be sure to like us on social media, follow us, share us with your friends, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.